Hello, David Duchovny. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. Where are you calling me from today?
New York.
Out in New York. Well, let's talk about the real reason why you're calling me today from New York. You've got a brand new album out, and it's called Hell or High Water.
Yeah.
And this is your first album.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, you're such a successful actor. Why music now? And you're a successful author now, too. So what brought you to music?
It's just something I started doing about 5 years ago. I started playing guitar, and I was teaching myself. And I was teaching myself by learning songs that I loved, growing up, and mostly classic rock stuff. Beatles, Stones, Dylan, Petty, R.E.M. And I don't know. I just thought, well, okay, these chord structures are not that, they're repeating a lot. I see a lot of patterns, and it's really all about the melody and the lyrics, Right. The patterns are kind of set, and whatever blues scale and all that. And I thought, wow, maybe I can come up with a melody. I don't know. Why not? So I started fooling around with some chord structures and some melody, and, trying to hear melodies over them. And I did. And then putting words on the melodies was probably easier for me than all the other stuff, because I'm a writer, and it was just a matter of, I was just, I want to record these with a buddy of mine, Keaton Simons, who helped me out. He's a great player, and he could, my guitar is, I really am a bad guitar player, and he could play well enough to record them in his garage, and that was nice. And I had them on my phone. I was like, hey, I've done a couple songs, and don't ever want to share them with anybody outside of my immediate circle. And then Brad Davidson at Think Say Records heard them and met me, and he was like, no, man, this is an album. This is an album. I was like, no way, and I can't sing. And he said, well, work on your voice. So I just kind of worked hard on singing, and eventually got to a point last December where we recorded an album, and I really like the sound. I can't believe that it kind of originated with me. I just can't believe that we did it, and I had a hell of a lot of help along the way.
And you were just talking about how you really worked on your singing. Did that mean you took a lot of voice classes, singing classes, or how did you work on it?
There's a guy in New York named Don Lawrence who I was just very, very lucky to be steered towards. And, sometimes you're just lucky when you meet the right teacher. It's all about that often, I think, with the arts, with music especially.
Sure.
And he just spoke to me in a way that I understood about voice and about singing, and just made it clear to me that it's something you got to do every day. It's a muscle, and you'll get better. You just got to put in the time, and I have. I sing every day.
Did you, before you recorded the album, did you work on your voice for a couple of years, or was it just, you already had some decent pipes, you just had to kind of perfect it?
No, terrible singer, terrible. No, I'm never was a singer. The idea that I sang on the Today Show live in front of however many millions of people is still staggering to me that I did it. Because if you'd asked me 5 years ago, my greatest fear, my greatest nightmare would be to have to sing in front of 5 people.
And now you're doing it in front of millions, and you made an album. The album, again, called Hell or High Water. You can grab that on iTunes and Amazon. And you just mentioned a little bit ago, too, that you're a fan of Petty and the Stones and R.E.M. Do they have any kind of influence on this album?
Well, they must, because it's the kind of music that I like. But I don't know. It's more, I think, for people listening to it to figure out what the influence are, because I didn't really consciously go about trying to sound like anybody.
Sure, you're trying.
I have the voice that I have, so I'm going to sound like that. And I think that I didn't really think so much about that or trying to imitate anybody. You
were just trying to be you, and it worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
Hell or High Water. Yeah, and you wrote all the songs on this album, right? Or you at least had a hand in it?
No, I wrote all the songs.
You wrote all the songs on the 12 tracks on Hell or High Water. Does any one of the 12 stand out more to you? Like you have more of a connection with than the other? It kind of rotates in a way. They're all very personal, and they're all songs that I hope are meaningful to other people. I don't have any interest in doing any kind of confessional or autobiographical work. It's really
it's really, to me, the more personal you can make your song, the more universal it can be, because everybody has a person inside them, you know what I mean? So they can relate to specifics. They can relate to real, you know. They
can relate to your story.
Right, right. And it's a story, you know, it's a story told through the lens of music, really. And I think because the songs are stories in that way, I'll have days when I'll enjoy singing some more than others, and then it kind of rotates. But I think Hell or High Water, you know, I think it's a single for a reason. I think it's a strong song there.
And I actually have Hell or High Water. We're going to play that for you in just a little bit on Mix 94.9. And the Hell or High Water, the first single, it's also the title track. Again, Hell or High Water, you can get on iTunes or Amazon. And are you planning any kind of tour or anything like that to get out and sing live, or not quite there?
Well, I've done a couple of gigs. I did one up in Boston. I did one in New York last week, and I really enjoyed that. Those were my first concerts, really, you know, good 90-minute sets, a real set.
Have you ever been to Minnesota?
Minnesota, well, I'm going to go shoot the X-Files in June, and then I'll be done probably mid-August, and then we're talking about putting together a little tour in the fall, so
excellent.
Hopefully I'll be all over the place, so that'd be great.
Let's play your brand new single. It's the title track to David Duchovny's debut album, Hell or High Water. You can pick up the full album on iTunes or Amazon. Hell or High Water on Mix 94.9.
Done some good, I've done some bad, like any man I've been. A man of words is a man of lies, but words is all I get. 'Cause I can't make it rain, I can't make it shine, and I can't turn this storm we're into some rainbow sun shower of holy red wine. But in the test of our love, in the test of my love, in the test of our love, darling, yeah. If it's multiple choice, I got a mark, none of the above. I said I'd love you forever, come hell or high water. Well, baby, floods in, take my hand, fire purges, let rivers wash us clean of our sins. I'll see you all in white again, we'll beat the devil, all ill will be well. I will stand here forever, come on rushing waters, heartbreak and hell. I can't turn day into night, I can't turn lead into gold. Not even sure I can see the light to get us off this damn dead-end road. So in the test of our love, when push comes to shove, in the test of our love, darling, yeah. If it's multiple choice, I'm gonna mark all of the above. 'Cause I said I'd love you forever, come hell or high water. Well, baby, floods in, take my hand, fire purges, let rivers wash us clean of our sins. I'll see you all in white again, we'll beat the devil, all ill will be well. I will stand here forever, come on rushing waters, heartbreak and hell. I won't wipe away the tears you cry with any tissue of lies. You can build your life on empty promises, or with a man who promises cry. See, 'cause I can't stand out in the rain and I can work under the sun. And I cannot wait your disdain till all this nonsense is done. I said I'd love you forever, come hell or high water. Well, babe, the flood's in. Take my hand, fire purges, let rivers wash us clean of our sins. I'll see you all in white again. We'll beat the devil, all ill will be well. I will stand here forever. Come on, rushing waters, heartbreak and hell.